If you're gay, congratulations, because you might have gotten yourself another 2 gay characters. Well, now that my arm is doing a lot better thanks to all of y'all forcing me to rest, as you guys know I have no chill, we're finally back to some lore. So the Pulsfire series has been updated, and in my previous video, we covered Lucian's pursuit on Ezreal, who ended up damaging his suit, breaking his nose, and getting away. We didn't know exactly where Ez managed to run away to, but now that the story has been updated, we know that Ez time jumped into 𝗂𝘂𝗽𝗍's hideout. Like I mentioned in my previous videos, both 𝗂𝘂 and Ez are chronofugitives, and are pursued by the Remembrancers. Why are they being pursued, you ask? Well, let's just say that they've been fucking with timelines for far too long. In the new story, we can tell that Ezreal and 𝗂𝘂 are close, and maybe even more than that. So 𝗂𝘂 takes care of Ezreal's wounds and fixes his suit, and as their conversations and interactions progress, it's hard not to notice the subtle hints at the fact that there's probably something more going on between these two. Like here, at the beginning of the story where Ez is talking about 𝗂𝘂. You ever meet someone who's just enough like you that it made you kinda hate them? Because maybe it made you see clearly all the little things you hated about yourself, just a little? Well, that's not at all what's happening here with 𝗂𝘂. Yeah. Or like here in the middle, where they're like having this physical interaction, accompanied by teasing. He walks up to me and shoves my shoulder. I look up. He's fully geared up and ready to go. To help me. And knowing the escapade he just got from, he has to still be exhausted. But he gives me that stupid grin I hate and says, "Let's go, dummy." I start to smile, but my face freezes mid-thought. Oh damn, that's it, I'm a dummy? I hate you so much, I tell him, bull rushing him into a hug. Whoa, hey, get off me, he shouts. Yeah, and at the very end where they shared a very silent, intimate moment where he admits to loving this guy. Thanks, 𝗂𝘂. And I add with a smile, oh, you won. It's up to 4 now, he corrects, pulling me close as he pulls the cord. The world around us slows, stops, then rewinds at accelerating pace. Man, I love this guy. Now, Riot can't admit out loud that this is canon, because it's now problematic to mention gays now that they've expanded into the United Arab Emirates, where homosexuality is punishable by deportation, whipping, and execution. So they took a more gentle approach. After all, their workers' and players' safety is top priority, so on one end, it kinda sucks, but on the other end, it's understandable. But Dinka, that doesn't mean shit. They might just be friends. Oh yeah? Okay, well, 𝗂𝘂𝗽𝗏, a narrative writer at Riot Games, actually spoke out about this in a series of tweets. One of the biggest challenges of telling queer stories in large IPs is the difficulty of doing so with a global audience, where in some regions it is abhorrently illegal to do so. A confirmed queer character or storyline could put coworkers in legal risk and actual physical danger. Different companies have different approaches. Some fragment their stories so a character is queer in core canon and primary expressions, but this creates a fractured continuity for different audiences and undermines the sense of character truth. Others avoid having queer characters in the main expressions of their IP, but try to incorporate it in actual media. That often feels worse, like a non-commitment to storytelling, or that queer characters could ever be seen on screen. Queerbaiting. As a creator, it's immensely frustrating to have your hands tied in terms of how you can execute a story, and what you can confirm publicly without any doubts about a character's perceived attractions. Love and attraction are core to many stories and character journeys. And as he's about to end his statement, this is what he adds. Anyway, completely unrelated, please enjoy this story about Ezreal and 𝗂𝘂. Mind the fact that the story is not specifically about Ez and 𝗂𝘂 and has many other characters in it. But yes, of course, this entire thread is completely unrelated to 𝗂𝘂 and Ezreal. Yes, no. Completely unrelated. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And be nice. We don't stand homophobes around here. Anyway, after Ez and 𝗂𝘂 have their 𝗬𝘂𝗽 moment, Ez jumps in time, again. He finds himself in a destroyed city where he sees Pantheon, or like Johnny likes to call him, Pantheon. Pantheon is standing in a rubble of some unrecognizable building, while Ez is trying to figure out the best way to mug Pantheon of his core, since his was damaged by Lucian. Like yeah, the suit was fixed, but the core itself was absolutely fried. So Ez walks stealthily behind Pantheon and presses his cannon against the back of his head. But Pantheon knows it's him, and being the alpha that he is, tells him how glad he is that after all this time searching for him, he came to him instead. Ezreal doesn't like how calmly he says that to him, and makes sure to tell us how Pantheon definitely knows he's one sneeze away from obliterating his very chiseled, very handsome face. Listen, Panth, I know we had this whole thing going on last time we met, but thing is, I really don't have time for you or for this wasteland today. You are responsible for this wasteland. The way he says it stops me cold. I don't think so. I know he's stalling. I know I shouldn't engage. I literally just did this to the last enforcer I talked to. I can't help myself. I generally remember my dimension-shattering escapades, thank you very much. Reckless renegades like you are responsible for all of this. Careless jumps instigating paradoxes. Paradoxes tearing anomalies in space and time. Then the Praetorians come. This used to be my home. Then they took everything from me. Ez realizes he really fucked up. But then he says this. Sure, I take risks, sometimes big ones. I'm never careless, but I can't say I haven't caused a paradox or two before. Pantheon, I say, dropping my arm cannon by friction. Big mistake. But as he's about to say something to Pantheon, Pantheon turns around and attacks him. As Pantheon about to give his final blow, Ezreal manages to get away. Johnny and our friend Squash actually made a hilarious meme edit about him, so I'll leave a link to that down below so you guys can go check it out yourselves. So Ezreal managed to get away from Pantheon, but he's in a really bad shape. Luckily for him, he was found by some random female. That female is actually Fiora, a member of the Remembrances. And the place that he wakes up in is the Remembrancers' Citadel, literally the building of his enemies. But to all of our surprise, Fiora, who's actually an enforcer herself, takes care of Ezreal. We find out that Fiora is actually friends with the future Ezreal, so she decides to do what she can to fix him up and give him enough time to get away. Where does he go this time? Well, Echo, of course. This story is actually really fun and refreshing, and I know that this is only the beginning because we still haven't seen half of the cast of this actual universe. Also, the fact that there's two Ezreals in the story spices things up hard, because we all know what happens if two people from different timelines meet up. Like, literally all hell will break loose. Or at least that's what they say in literally like every movie in history. I absolutely adore the stories and can't wait to see what happens next. Hopefully we'll even get to see some Shen interactions, because I need me some flavor. Anyway guys, as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I also want to take this opportunity to say congratulations to all of us. We reached 5,000 subs in 4 weeks. It is absolutely mind-blowing, and I am so freaking honored to have you all nerds here with me. I also noticed a lot of Russian speakers around here, so �奧𝘀𝘀𝗽𝗪. I'm not Russian, but I'm an 𝗨𝘀𝘀 𝗂𝘀𝘀. So if it's hard for you to communicate and write things in English, you are more than welcome to do so in Russian and or Ukrainian. Same goes to the rest of you. I can literally Google Translate it if it's too hard for me to read. But yeah, I hope we're gonna keep growing and keep expanding and nerding out together. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.